I'm Phil, a brand strategist. Today I'm sharing the real way that you can grow in followers on Instagram organically right now. Specifically, I'm going to break down what to do exactly in 1 hour of time spent on Instagram so that you can start growing more. Hint, it's more about engaging than posting. Stay with me. I'm Phil Pallen, a brand strategist. I'm so glad you're here. There are lots of YouTube videos about growing followers on Instagram. Today's strategy comes from someone who has actually substantially grown in a very short amount of time. Over 200,000 followers in less than 2 years on the platform. That is my friend Lucas O'Keefe, who is the Lucas O'Keefe on Instagram. He really knows what he's talking about. It comes down to how Lucas spends his valuable minutes on the platform. I've been totally inspired by his framework here, and I've created a one-sheet PDF that visualizes all of this for you. It's my newest freebie that you can download, link in bio, my way of saying thanks for hanging out with me today. So let's get started. When you've got an hour to dedicate to growing your Instagram, ideally around the same time that you're posting, the first thing that you should do is engage with 5 or more commenters on the most recent post of 5 large accounts that you follow. Let me repeat that. Engage with 5 or more commenters on the most recent post of 5 large accounts that you follow. And I'll explain. Look at the comments that come up near the top on those posts. The idea here is that you strike up meaningful conversation with people that might actually follow you back, or even if they don't follow you back, you're increasing visibility on a thread by commenting that might lead to follows by others who are reading comments. People read comments, so you increase your visibility in that valuable real estate by being present and engaging in a meaningful way. Now, what might constitute as meaningful? Here are a few ideas. It can be as simple as agreeing with a point that someone says. It could be laughing at a joke or maybe retorting back with something clever. It could also be asking a question that keeps the conversation going. Those are a few options for you. That's the first action, which should take you about 15 minutes in total of your Instagram power hour, let's call it. Let's keep going. Next, watch and reply to 10 stories of accounts that you don't follow. Again, watch and reply to 10 or more stories of accounts that you do not follow. What is the point of that? Try to create conversation and meaningful engagement, once again, but this time it's in a stranger's direct message inbox. As I mentioned a second ago, ideally these are stories of accounts that you do not already follow, and chances are if you meaningfully engage, they're going to take notice of you, maybe go to your profile, take a little look, and a good DM conversation might lead to a new friendship or a new client or working relationship, who knows? Where might you find stories of accounts that you don't follow? Obviously, since you're not following them, they won't appear in your normal stories lineup, so I suggest a few possibilities. Here I will show you. From search, I can enter a keyword related to my industry, niche, or expertise. From there, I can see recommendations of content that you can filter by top, so top posts in that keyword. Accounts, that's a great one to click on for this exercise. I would skip audio and go straight to tags, hashtags, and there you can see some other suggested related hashtags. If you are a brick and mortar business, meaning you are a business with a physical address where you serve clients in person, then this last option, places, can be a great place to find people interacting with content based on a physical location. So that's the second thing I'd like you to do with your Instagram power hour. It should take about 10 minutes in total, and we're building on this. Move quickly while engaging meaningfully. That's the trick on that one. Let's keep going. Next, save 3 or more posts from the Explore page for inspiration. We are all busy people. We don't want to reinvent the wheel here, so this is a good opportunity to build into your content marketing practice the possibility of getting inspired by what others are creating. If there's a post, a reel, a story that you're liking, save it. Obviously, if it's a post or a reel, it's easy to save that directly on Instagram. If it's a story, that's a little bit harder. Maybe screenshot it or screen record it. If it's a series or a video, you can do that for reference and save it somewhere that you can access quickly, like in a folder on your desktop or on your phone. Make sure everything is stored in one place for quick reference. The save icon for posts and reels looks like a little ribbon below feed posts, and your save posts are accessible by going to the hamburger menu at the top right from your profile and selecting saved. Now, an important thing to mention here. Don't do what so many people do and just save posts and never come back to them later for reference. That's like what a hoarder does, collecting so many objects they'll probably never use. I recommend adding into your calendar a monthly reoccurring event to revisit your Instagram saves. And since we're building this into our Instagram Power Hour, the idea of saving 3 or more posts for inspiration on the kind of content that you're hoping to create yourself. You'll have a lot of inspiration to pull from here when you need it. Don't outright copy anyone, that is against the rules, but there is no rule against being strongly inspired by what others are doing well. You can just apply your own spin to it. This also doesn't have to be content limited to just your niche or industry. It's the perfect opportunity to put your own spin on it and create something unique. I wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes on this for sure. Let's keep going. The next thing you'll do, support the most recent post of 10 or more small accounts that you follow. If I had to choose one step that was the most important action, it would be this one. Again, you need to support the most recent post of 10 or more smaller accounts that you follow. Small accounts are your key to growth. The ability to connect with others that are also wanting to grow, also be active in creating content, wanting to create friends, supporters, allies on the platform. Think of it this way. If you want more engagement, then you're going to need to give to get. If you want more engagement, you have to engage. It drastically increases the chances of someone returning to your most recent post and meaningfully engaging with your content. To get, you need to give. It's really as simple as that. Taking time to do this will not only lead to positive results. For me, it's meant that I can count on others to show up and engage when I post new content. And these are the same individuals that are also likely to share my posts with others too, and even create content that I get included in and being tagged accordingly. So really positive. Make sure you make time to do this. Look at the most recent account of 10 or more small accounts that you follow and leave a thoughtful comment. Spend about 15 minutes on this in your Instagram Power Hour. Okay, there's one more step. And that is this: engage with 5 or more accounts from niche hashtags and locations. Not unlike what we talked about a second ago when we were finding Instagram stories of people that you don't follow. The search process is the same. Start with a keyword and go after relevant hashtags and locations for your industry, brand, or niche. I often recommend rotating between a list of different hashtags and locations each time you do this for your Instagram Power Hour, so you don't write to the same ones every single time that you do this. If you're not sure how to engage, I might recommend asking questions. That's always a good fallback. Questions that encourage a positive exchange. I also might recommend doing this for around 10 minutes during your Instagram Power Hour. I love that that's what we're calling this now. So a few best practices to consider for your Power Hour that coincide with when you post, and you should be doing these when you post. Let me give you a few of those. Reply to all post comments and direct messages. Ideally, your public comments get a response as soon as possible. But if you prefer to do this in one go, say once or twice a day, you can work that into your daily post workflow. That's totally fine. Keep in mind, as you actively engage outside of your account, which you're going to be doing with what I've given you, this framework, you're going to be getting a lot more DMs. So spend time ensuring that every single person gets a response. Unless they're spam, you can definitely ignore those. If you feel like there's also an opportunity to sell or talk further, go for it. Maybe try to get that person on the phone or to connect outside of Instagram, maybe by email if that's better. Finally, one more tip. Share your most recent feed post to your stories. Once the feed post publishes, you'll want to share the post to your stories so that your followers are aware. Not everyone consumes content on every vertical of Instagram. Some people pay more attention to feed posts and others stories. So when you share your feed post, add text that explains why the post is valuable, along with an engagement sticker like a poll or a question sticker, for example. So there you go. Rinse and repeat that routine and you are destined to grow on Instagram. It is proven to work and I use it myself. Don't forget that I've condensed all of this into a handy PDF for you, link in bio. If you've got any lingering questions, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I respond to those personally. And on this channel, I share practical advice to build your brand. Consider subscribing for more of my videos on Instagram, content marketing, personal branding, tangible tips to position, build, and promote your brand. Next, I'm sharing a few Instagram-related videos I think you'll be interested in. I'm Pallen. Thank you for watching, and those videos are coming up next.